Let me know when we are ready.
Yes, ready after the intro finish playing.
Awesome. Hello and welcome everyone. We are expecting a few people live, but I'm so excited about this series, and it might be a little bit over what I originally planned. I've originally tried to keep it to 15 minutes because it's summer for everyone, at least on the northern hemisphere. But we'll see how we go because I'm super excited about this topic today. So just to let you know that so I love summer. Summer is my favorite season of all. And by creating this event, I'm bringing summer to New Zealand into winter time. And when you have winter, where you live, hi Sunny, then I share my summer with you. So it's perfect. I'm looking for a location which is summer all year round. So this is the best and closest at the moment. So the Sassy Summer Sessions relax, reflect, reignite in July. So this is where feminine flow meets cheeky wisdom and next level clarity. So today is about sizzling stories, storytelling that captivates. I added this word this morning, and sells without sounding salesy. Sorry, guys, just 1 minute. I'm very excited to kick this one in and adjust what summer should be about, but we can't neglect our businesses. We have to make it work on a level that doesn't jeopardize our plans. So this is not about business as usual. It's about creating connection, confidence, and conversation today through storytelling. And we don't want to sound salesy and pushy, but Danielle is coming as well. Hi, Danielle. So stories tell, not
Hello.
because they are strategic, because they are felt. So we want to sell without sounding like a sales robot, right? So then we need to start telling our stories because your story sells before your service ever will. So today we are turning up the heat on your brand by talking about sizzling stories, how to use your real life moments to connect, convert, and attract your dream clients like a magnet. Because people won't buy bullet points or offers from you. They buy into the belief, the energy that you radiate, and that comes through your story because they are emotionally moved, touched, felt, seen, and heard. So um, it's not an idea of tips, tactics. Your story is what sets you apart. It's raw, real, and emotionally honest. Not louder, but more aligned. Because it's your superpower. It's not a marketing tool. So think about it this way. It's not a marketing tool. It's your superpower. And before we dive in, I want to tell you something really real. I've been preaching about it at the previous couple of sessions because it's a long process, not an overnight process. But these past weeks, I've been walking through a season of growth, not the shiny kind, but the stretchy kind, the kind that brings up old patterns, unexpected silence, and questions like, am I really being seen, heard, loved? I've had to sit with emotions that I thought I'd outgrown. I've had to remind myself that my worth isn't defined by anyone's presence or absence or permission or opinion. I had to re-anchor myself in my truth, that I built myself from scratch before and I'm still rising. Here is where the process part comes in. And I'm sharing this not for pity, but because this is the part we often hide. but stories, real stories that tell everything about us. Um, they are not made in highlight reels. They are born in the messy middle. That's what makes them magnetic, relatable, human, and extremely powerful. So today I want to give you permission to tell your truth. You don't need to be over it. You just need to own it. I hear it so often, but how can I teach people about this topic when I failed, I'm in the middle of a huge mess and personal changes. And I always say you'll never get to the end of it. You're always evolving. So just own it instead of looking for, okay, when it's over, I can share. No, own it and share it because your voice is someone else's permission slip. So ready to turn your story and into your strengths? Then let's dive into today's session. And I want to share you something that just happened 2 nights ago. I was watching an amazing movie. It's called The Tourist Guide to Love. And the key quote distinguishes between a tourist and a traveler. Let me read it from my notes. A tourist wants to escape life, and the traveler wants to experience it. So this quote spoken by the guide Shin highlights the difference in perspective and approach to travel. So tourists might focus on ticking off things from a list, pre-planned stays within their comfort zone and may not fully immerse themselves in the local culture, while a traveler seeks deeper engagement with the local culture and people, more likely to embrace spontaneity, interact with locals, try new things, and seek authentic experiences beyond the typical tourist attractions. And just, a clue that the locals are your audience if we translate it into our storytelling situation. So while both tourists and travelers can enjoy their experiences, a traveler's journey can be more transformative and enriching. So please answer this question. Are you a tourist or a traveler? I know the answer already, but it's super powerful. Just think about it from this perspective, translate it into your situation. All right, so let's talk about the power of emotion over perfection. The people remember how you made them feel, not what you said, right? It's just so important in life, in marketing. People will remember how you made them feel. Share a moment, not a timeline, right? We are not talking about facts and statistics. It's way deeper than that because copywriting is connection, not just copywriting. So think about the last post that made you feel something, from someone else. I bet it wasn't 5 tips to get clients, right? It's very dry. It's true, we need that, but it's not what captivates us. So it was a moment of vulnerable share, a truth. Someone told a story about their clients or about themselves or about someone they care about, right? So it was something that made you say that, wow, she gets me. And that's what we want to achieve. That's how we want to tell our stories. And this is how it ties into the summer theme. When we relax, when we ease up, when we get out of our heads and get into our hearts, it just becomes so much easier. And by the way, my goal for you is to have summer all year round, just like, in my ideal location in your business. Okay? It's exciting, right? I love that. So let me tell you an example. I used to undercharge because I thought hustle equaled worth. until I burned out, cried in the shower, and realized my work changes lives. That's when my pricing and my confidence shifted. So if you read this one, something will resonate. You will feel something inside of you without forcing it. It just naturally comes. Versus if you read it, oh, I used to think that I had to hustle for money, but now I raised my prices. Will it move you? No, right? It's the way you say it. It's the emotions, the feelings that you bring into it. So think of a turning point in your journey. What belief changed in you? That's always a very, very good starting point for your storytelling. Like what lit up that light bulb for you? What made you, oh, wow, what shifted? So if you want to share any of these now or later, please do so. Um, but write it down definitely. So think of a turning point in your journey. What belief changed in you? Okay. And then step 2 is use the 3E framework. So the 3E means experience, epiphany, and empowerment. So experience, what were you going through? What happened to you that they might relate to? Because I guarantee you, if you went through it, other people are going through it. And you want to have them. You want to have those people who are going through something very similar, if not the same. And epiphany, what did you realize? Or what did you feel? What moved inside you? What was that big breakthrough? And empowerment, what changed or what can the audience take from it? So we always, I talked about it at the beginning from my example. I'm not saying my story for anyone to feel sorry for me or have pity on me. I used to be like that, but it was a waste of time and energy, and it took me nowhere, absolutely nowhere. But if you always say your stories with the intention of, showing them through, even if you are in the messy middle, if you are brave enough to share it, you know you will figure it out. And that can be a powerful message on its own. I don't know it yet. I'm in the midst of it, but I do know that I'm going to figure it out, right? And then step 3, let it be light, even when it's deep. So drop the sales voice and use your real voice. I know it sounds easier than it is, but that's what we are working towards. So you can use humor, your sassiness, your softness, your quirkiness, your voice, whatever it is, whoever you are, just put it in that story, put yourself into the story. And because you are not preaching, you are sharing like a big sister, a mentor, a business bestie. Talk like you would talk to a girlfriend over a coffee, not like a coach on a stage, a TEDx speaker, right? Just make them feel that you are really there for them. And then how you finish the story, the CTA without the sleaze. If this resonates, DM me story and we'll help you shape yours. Right? It's just offering help. Want to learn how to turn your story into a client magnet? Come hang with us in the membership. That's a much nicer way than saying, oh, here is my link, sign up, right? Or instead of clicking book a call, try, has it been your story too? DM me the word story and I help you shape yours. Once again, it's just so nice because they feel that you want to help. You were like them. You are a few steps ahead and you can help them. And if nothing else, people feel so isolated because we tend to think, oh, I'm the worst, it's happening to no one else. Everyone is so successful. I'm going through these things and, it's just me. But when the moment we realize that we are not alone. It can happen to anyone, and it has been happening to others. That itself is a relief. So always approaching it with empathy. Um, Anyone has any comments or questions so far? No, that's all good. You guys can pop it in the chat as well if you want to, or you can unmute yourself and speak, ask questions, or approach me later. Either way. So it looks like, after all, I'm not too bad with timing. And you guys can go back and enjoy your amazing summer, work on your amazing projects. But I want to tell you that your story is your shortcut to connection. There's nothing translates faster than stories. Don't hide the mess, it's the magic. Use it often, use it boldly. And next week, we are going to dive into the boundaries that create freedom and sanity, called 10 Lines and Boundaries, because boundaries are sexy, burnout is not. So this is the vibe all months: feminine, fluid, full of fire, ease, relaxation, reflections, letting things flow and just happen naturally. And because if it's hard, it needs to be changed. We should be enjoying what we are doing. If you want help shaping your magnetic message and showing up unapologetically, this is the energy that feels like home. Come deeper into the glow with the insight in the feminine business energy and mastery membership. Doors are open and seats are warm, just like summer. And let me see a message. I love how simple and direct this message was tonight. That was exactly my goal. Thank you so much, Danielle, and I'm glad, because we are not supposed to grind over things. Like, we need to make it simple. We need to enjoy it, like I said before. So I'm really glad that I delivered. And because exactly, we don't need to force results. We need to remember our magic. And that's what I'd like to close today's session with. I will quickly share the membership landing page, and let me fix my screen. Okay, you guys see this one. So if you head to redhillboss.com/feminine mastery, you'll find all the details. I have different layers within the membership, what you'd like to do. But if you are at the beginning, you can come to the monthly membership. You can pay full or you can pay quarterly. And the reason why I changed it from monthly payment, because I believe that we need to give everything minimum 3 months to see results, real results. We can start seeing shifts and breakthroughs and smaller results, but to be able to stick with them and really see it through, it will take minimum 3 months. So I just wanted to share with you. So feel free to ask any questions through any revenues. Reach out to me. And once again, here today, maybe some people are watching the live as well on social media or YouTube. Feel free to pop in a question. We'll get back to you. And yeah, I just love to hear your stories, because I believe it is so important. Everyone's story matters. So please don't underestimate how important it is for people to hear it. And thank you so much for coming today for this short session. I know the long weekend is coming up in the US, so enjoy the heat, enjoy the beach, enjoy the sand, the sunshine, or the countryside, wherever you are. Sending you lots of blessings, and thank you for honoring me with your time today. Ciao for now.